What's up, guys? Tugi here, back again with some more NHL 16 and my Nations United GM Mode series. Now, before we get into this, I do just want to say, obviously, my uploads have been a little bit inconsistent lately. I mean, a couple months ago, I had a daily upload of at least one GM Mode, or back when I was, doing Vancouver, I tried to have daily uploads. Basically, it's a combination, as my dog is playing with a very loud toy of hers. Get pass that over. Anyway, it's a general combination of me trying to enjoy the summer, but also me having some minor health issues, but that kind of throws my sleeping schedule out of whack and can make recording times a bit inconsistent. Basically, I haven't lost any interest in recording the series. I'm really enjoying both, and I'm still super excited for NHL 17 in general. But anyway, just wanted to put that out there. I'm not going to go into too many details, but again, I'm excited for this series. And I'm excited to see what happens here against the Dallas Stars, although I am not expecting good things to happen. Lucas Spiza still hurt, Case Shaweri hurt, Elvis Merzlikins hurt. Obviously the hero in the last episode was Stefan Geisberger. He will continue to be our starter, and who knows, if he plays to the level that he did in the last episode, we may just have a chance, although I wouldn't bet on that in the slightest. The Dallas Stars with a 96 offense, 91 defense, and 86 goaltending. I think we'd have the better goaltending if we had no injuries. But, yeah, needless to say, we are not the favorites in this series. I should say, too, I did make one change, actually. I put Anze Kopitar to playmaker. He didn't have the worst first round ever, but we really need him to get his offense going if we're going to have just a hope in hell here against Dallas. And here is why. It is 95 overall. Jamie Benn, who had 8 points in 7 games. Tyler Seguin, the same. He is a 94 overall. And they have Brett Ritchie, who had 5 points in the first round against Winnipeg. Second line, 86 overall. Jason Dickinson. Second line center, I should say, is Pierre-Luc Dubois. And they are with Valeri Nichushkin. They had a very rough first round, obviously, all of them being -5s. Of course, plus-minus not the best stat in the world. But point being, if they can get their shit together here, we are in gigantic trouble. Third line left wing is Jamel Smith. I believe that's how you pronounce it. He had 5 points in the first round. Derek Brassard with 6 points. And Danton Heinen, surprisingly, only had an 83 overall. As we saw in the Vancouver series, he ended up being much better than that. Even in the Islanders series, I'm pretty sure he's around an 86. That's a very dangerous second line. I mean, Jesus, Derek Brassard as your third line center. That's a pretty good spot. Did I just say second line? I don't even know. I'm lost. Fourth line, it is Radek Faksa, Devin Shore, and Travis Barron. Not the highest point totals, but needless to say, it's a very daunting task offensively. It's ahead of us. That is a very strong team. The defense, oh my God. Oh, fuck. It is Nicholas Franzen, the 5th overall pick from the 2020 draft, a 91 overall. At 20 years old, excuse me. Man, that's brutal. He is with John Klingberg, who didn't have the best first round, but he is an 89 overall. Alex Peters, an 85. How come you couldn't be... Didn't we draft him in Vancouver, and he didn't even make the NHL? I think he was like an 80. How come you couldn't have been that good for us? We could have used you. He's with Ludwig Bystrom, also an 85, and then Dmitry Orlov, an 84. He's with Mike Green, an 84. So kind of the Washington connection there. My God, who's the goaltender? It is Calvin Pickard. Lettinen and Niemi, both gone. Took me a while to think of their names for some reason. He's an 85, still listed as a backup goalie. Only a .918 save percentage. He might have been the reason why that series went to 7 games against Winnipeg. Injuries. Anton Strahlman's not starting. Connor Garland's only a 79. And Esa Lindell. We're in trouble. The St. Louis series, I still consider an upset, although on paper, we were kind of even. If we beat the Dallas Stars, that is an upset of epic proportions, and we'll see what happens. Let's get into it. It is game 1 in Dallas. Let's see what we can do here. First period, and that is not the way to start. It is Travis Barron on Geisberger for the opening goal. Can we turn it around in the second? We cannot. That is Shore with the goal. 2 goals on 21 shots. The offense really struggling. I said the weak link might have been their goalie, Picard. And so far, he has not given up a goal, but that changes. It is Igor Burmistrov right on cue, and then Tyler Seguin scores. That is, that's not ideal, is it? Kind of hurts our chances. 4 minutes to go. Tobias Reeder on the board. I suppose we do have a chance. Come on. No, it's not happening. Barron with the empty netter seals this game. We put up a fight in the third period, but it's Burmistrov, or Burmistrov and Reeder with the goals, but it just wasn't enough, and it is a 4-2 victory in Game 1 for the Dallas Stars. Excuse me while I take a lovely sip of Arnold Palmer, half and half. Not sponsored, but if I ever were, I could just quit YouTube tomorrow. Turn my head for a second away from the TV, and Roman Josi gets injured. This is just lovely, isn't it? My God, we lose Game 1. I'm falling apart, personally. And then we lose our best defenseman. So things are not looking too good for us here. So who can we call up? And it's looking like it's going to be... Do we call up Anton Volchenkov, who's top 6, or do we call... You know what? Fuck it. Rainier Gerber, 75 overall, but you have elite potential. Fuck it. Our defensive depth is really being tested. And that... Again, it kind of went hand in hand because I didn't expect us to make the playoffs. I said that at the start of the season. We're just going to go back to best lines here and see what happens. We could have had somebody, having somebody like Mogilny right about now would be great. But it's just, I don't know. I definitely wanted down in Iowa for certain players to get the playing time. If we still had those guys like Mogilny, Monador, Volchenkov, Lyles, Reese, Hesh, they all would have struggled for ice time, and we really need those guys that have good potential to get that ice time. So maybe an oversight on my part, maybe not. All I know is that all we can do now is look forward to game number 2 without Roman Josi, without our starting goalie. This isn't going to be good, is it? But let's see what happens. Here we go. First period of game number 2, and Colin Fontana gets the opening goal. Ludovic Weber, I went best lines and to put Weber in, didn't it? Whoops. My bad. He gives up the goal to Dubois. So 1 goal apiece at the end of the first. Can we take the lead in the second? We cannot. It is scoreless, so let's do this. Third period, early power play, and Daniel Sprong with a big goal back on the first line. Obviously, it doesn't matter on the power play. Nikolai Ehlers, though, with a power play goal, saves me from having to further explain that mistake. But 2 big goals for Sprong and Eller. Reeder with the goal. And all of a sudden, the Minnesota Wild offense has come to life. Alex Peters gets a goal back with 4.5 minutes to go. But we should be good, and we are. It is a 4-2 victory as well, this time in our favor. Here in Game 2, Sprong, Ehlers, and Reeder getting it done in the third period, and that win is absolutely gigantic for us. Ludovic Weber, first star of the game. I didn't even notice. 34 saves. Well done. He gets the chance to play off of my mistake, and he made the most of it, and I will take that, and he will start the next game unless we have Merzlikins come back. I don't even know when Merzlikins... Oh my God, I botched that name. I don't even know when Merzlikins is due back, is what I was attempting to say. But in the meantime, we have Ludovic Weber, and he's going to get the job done here in Game 3. We are on home ice in Minnesota. So let's do this first period of game number 3. And it's Tyler Seguin, Mark Broussard, 1 minute and 5 seconds apart. That's, it's not ideal. Not ideal at all. Second period, though, can we turn it around? And Jesus Christ, did we ever. It is Nino Niederreiter, Russell Sexton, and Igor Burmistrov with yet another goal. Another massive offensive output there. Another 3-goal period, and that puts us into a pretty good spot. It is 3-2 as we start the third period. Sim, it's anybody's game still. We have a power play, and we get a goal. It's Colin Fontana, the young defenseman, really stepping up. Then Valeri Nichushkin decides to get on the board. Another power play for us. Nothing doing there. 8:10 to go. Can we get that insurance goal? Can we hold on in general? And we can't. It is Jason Dickinson. Oh, but shit. Oh, my God. Oh, boy. I thought they scored because, I mean, come on, right? Third period, they get 3 goals to win it. So, but shit, Dickinson scores or whoever scores and we're screwed. But no, it's a good butt shit because Leon Draisaitl just scored the game winner with 1:58 to go, and we take game 3 by the score of 5-4. This is going to be my most hated episode of this series because I am stuttering and stammering over everything. But god damn it, I am determined to record this. I will record this, and we are going to see who is back from injury right now. It is Roman Josi and Kei Shaweri, so that is a good sign for us. I don't think I'll put Shaweri into the lineup. He doesn't get put in through best lines anyway, and we will just keep the lineup the same. Fakalski will go back with McKee, Burmistrov, Fontana, Josi with Mueller. So Rainier Gerber, I don't think he was terrible, was he? Yeah, he didn't really do anything. He didn't kill the team as a 74 overall, so that's a good thing. But let's move on now. It is game number 4 on home ice. And, I mean, my God, we have a 2-1 series lead. Do I expect that to last? Not at all. But you never know what will happen with the Sims. So let's do this. First period of game number 4, and that is the perfect start. 52 seconds in, it's Nikolai Ehlers and an Anze Kopitar on the board. Ehlers scoring from a terrible, terrible angle. We're outshot 12-7, but we have the lead. Can we maintain that in the second period? If the A button request wants to go through, it does. Franzen, the big defenseman for them, brings him to within 1, but then Kevin Fiala gets on the board. Welcome to the show, buddy. And we have a 3-1 lead heading in to this third period. So let's do this. Can we hold on? Connor Garland, he's in the lineup. He wasn't for that first game, but he is now. And he gets a gigantic goal for the Stars. Still 3-2 as we pass the halfway mark. Can we get the insurance? Can we hold on this time out? 5 minutes to go. Power play for Dallas, and it's Russell Sexton. I don't know if that was shorthanded. Kopitar adds to it, and believe it or not, the Minnesota Wild have a 3-1 lead on the Dallas Stars. Absolutely incredible. Russell Sexton and Anze Kopitar, the current and hopefully the future of this team with the goals. It's a 5-2 victory. I mean, what did I say about the goaltending that it might be their weak point? It's the weak point of both teams. Kopitar with 2 goals. And the Wild are 1 game away from eliminating the Dallas Stars. Lucas Spiza is coming back as well. Things are looking very, very good for us right now. It's just a matter of whether or not. That was a hell of a bang. My dog must be acting up, but I don't even know if that's going to pick up on the microphone. I probably should have ignored that, but now you know that my dog's quite pissed. But yeah, taking the attention away from that because it's completely irrelevant. Oh my God, recording while sick is not the most fun thing in the world. Who was doing the better out of McKee and Fakalski? They are about equal. I think I'm going to go... Oh, who do we go with here? It's weird, though. Fontana is even listed as a minor league top 2. Like, you got to be like an 83, 84 just to be listed as top 6. It's ridiculous. I'm going to go best lines, and we'll see who it puts in defensively. And we'll take it from there. So we're going to put Sexton back on the right, Reeder on the second line, and who is remaining in the defense? And it is Fakalski. So we'll put Fontana here. Burmistrov can be there. And we are good to go. Ludovic Weber will stay in goal. And we will move on to game number 5. It is in Dallas. And we do have a chance. A small chance. Again, I refuse to show any ounce of confidence. Small chance, but it is a chance to end this series here in 5 games. So let's see what happens here. First period of game number 5, and case and point. Danton Heinen, Dmitry Orlov, and Derek Brassard, 3 goals on 13 shots, and that puts us into a pretty rough spot. Second period, though, can we start a little bit of a comeback? Nope, we can't. So let's send this third period. It is all but over here in Dallas. We are going back to Minnesota on home ice for game number 6. A little bit of a shame with our better players. Okay, Jamie Benn with a goal. Let's just hit B to finish the game, shall we? It ends 4-0. Ben's goal is just a little bit more insurance than he needed. Again, I called Picard a weak link, and he has a 24 save shutout in game number 5. So that is pretty disappointing. I wonder how many times. I don't even want to know how many times I've said, and that is in this episode, at least 4 or 5, to the point where I'm able to point out that I've said it that much, and it's going to piss me off as I watch this episode back to edit it, that I've said it so much. Merzlikins will not get the next start. It will be Weber, and we'll see what he can do here. Game number 6 on home ice. We're not making any lineup changes. We're just going to go for it and see what we can do. I mean, we've won 3 games against them. We know we can have success. Our players just have to perform here, really. So first period of game number 6 is scoreless, so we will go right to the second period, and it is Shore with the lone goal on Weber, and that sets up this oh-so-important third period here. Let's see what happens. Dallas is killing us in the shots. We're slowly catching up with 10 minutes to go. Can we find the goal? We can't let Picard shut us out for 2 games in a row, can we? Somebody, anybody, please. 4 minutes to go. Can we find the goal? I'm begging you. Orlov with the empty netter. And I knew that insulting their goalie would be a bad idea because he has just recorded back-to-back shutouts. Weber's playing great, but the offense has just evaporated. Merzlikins didn't even play. Is that the second time he's been injured while sitting on the bench? I think it is. Merzlikins injured yet again. And we are going to a Game 7 after blowing a 3-1 lead, if that doesn't sound familiar. Oh, fucking hell. I thought, like I said, I tried not to sound confident at all. But then that's why. Because whenever you start to sound confident with this game, like I said, the Xbox or the PlayStation, it can read your thoughts. And EA knows exactly what buttons to push to just piss you off. So I try not to say much, which is hard when recording a fucking YouTube video. I'm going to go with Geisberger. I know Weber's been playing well. We're going to go with Geisberger. He's been a bit of a good luck charm. Anyway, my point was I try not to say too much. I try not to jinx it. And in the end, to quote the great Linkin Park, it might not even matter because we are in severe trouble. As we head to Game 6 in Dallas, but let's not waste any more time. Let's see Game 6 in Dallas. Game 7 in Dallas. Again, I am just off my game today. Excuse me for that. Game 7 in Dallas. Let's do this. First period. Can we get the opening goal? We do. It's Leon Draisaitl finally scoring a goal for the first time in just God knows how long. Jamie Benn, though, pretty much immediately gets it back. Second period, though, is going to be huge. Can we get the goal? We get a goal. We didn't get the goal. We got a goal. Tyler Seguin tied it. Russell Sexton gives us... actually, Jesus, what am I saying? Tyler Seguin gave them the lead. Russell Sexton tied it. And then Jason Dickinson gives them the lead back. It's 3-2. Our backs are against the wall in the third period. So let's do this. An early power play. Can we get the goal? We can't. 5 minutes gone. This would be an epic collapse if we blow a 3-game lead against the Dallas Stars. They should beat us, but will they is the question, and yes, they will. Okay, well, there you go then. Travis Barron with the goal, and that is, that's, again, like, with the ums, I'm a bit down, because of being sick and all that, and, figured let's do this. And the Minnesota Wild here in Nations United, it was DeRozier. It wasn't even fucking Picard. I figured, hey, maybe we'll pull off the upset and I can feel a little bit better. Nope, we blow a 3-games-to-1 lead, get shut out in back-to-back games. Oh my God. All right, well, as I normally do, let me sim forward really quick to the end of the season. We'll take a look at the awards, and we'll wrap this episode up. I have to admit, I feel a little bit better. The Dallas Stars lose in the Cup final in 7 games to the New Jersey Devils. They went to 4 Game 7s. Unreal. They beat Winnipeg in 7, they beat us in 7, they beat Vancouver in 7, and then lost to the Devils in 7 games. That is absolutely ridiculous. The Stars franchise, though, have taken home just a little bit of hardware as they get the Calder Cup, beating the Lehigh Valley Phantoms in 5 games. Unfortunately, as you know, the Iowa Wild did not make the playoffs this year. So, I mean, in a way, it was a nice season because we made the playoffs. You know, the Iowa Wild didn't. They were pretty shit, let's be honest. But, yeah, I mean, we made the playoffs. We won a series. We had some good development in terms of overalls, but it feels like another losing season to me, which is very disappointing. Aaron Ekblad led the league in scoring. That's ridiculous. He also wins the Hart Trophy, the Norris Trophy. Sagan takes on the Lady Byng. The Calder goes to Dalton in Washington. The Conn Smythe to Mackenzie Blackwood. Braden Holtby with the Vezina. Hellebuck with the Jennings. Alexei Marchenko with the Masterton. Jordan Stahl with the Selke. The Lindsay Award to Ekblad. And the Rocket Richard to John Tavares. Down in the AHL, did we get any hardware at all? I highly doubt it. Marner, Radish, Taves, Gerber in Texas. Not the Gerber we were hoping for. We didn't take home any hardware. So again, it's a good accomplishment. Winning a playoff series. But at the end of it, we have nothing to show for it. We blew a 3-1 series lead against the Dallas Stars. So I don't take away from this season what you will. But of course, in the next episode, we move on to the draft. The rebuilding continues. And my hope with this series is that we at least see a cup final before it ends. Of course, we have a couple more weeks before NHL 17 comes out. But that time is going to go very quickly, and I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. As always, though, I thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it through this whole one. The perfectionist in me hates the quality of this episode, even as I'm recording, but I know a lot of people are looking forward to these episodes, so I just wanted to get them out there. And again, I am still striving to have the daily uploads, but that might not happen for a little bit. Hopefully, if it doesn't pick up before NHL 17 comes out, it will pick up again after it comes out, especially with new franchise mode. But this episode has gone on long enough. Again, I thank you guys so much. If you did enjoy it, make sure to hit that like button to help support the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already to continue following this series, and I will see you guys in the next one.